All right, guys, it is time for the weekly three. We're going to try to move through this as quick as we can because we still ain't got to our pros and cons. And I don't know about you guys, but I got some bitching I need to get done this evening. Number three this week. Bad Bunny showed up at the Royal Rumble where he performed a song and took a dive. The company released a line of merchandise to celebrate that event, and now it's all gone. Bad Bunny merchandise is now sold out on WWE's official shop. It is very interesting that they marked the items sold out because that's not what they usually do. They usually just take them off there. He reportedly sold over $500,000 of merchandise from the Rumble. And reports also indicate that the Bad Bunny will be back in the WWE and he will wrestle an actual match. Just today, they come out with some new Bad Bunny merch on the WWE website. My question is for you, John. Should we see a Bad Bunny match in the WWE?
We probably shouldn't, and I don't think many people are jumping up and down to see Bad Bunny in the ring, but we're going to get it. We're going to get Damian Priest and Bad Bunny versus The Miz and John Morrison at WrestleMania. I think that's where they're going to go with it. And should we see him? Probably not, but let's be realistic, too. He sold $500,000 in merch for them. He has 8.7 billion streams through Spotify, over 1 billion downloads. Yes, I know those numbers can be skewed too at times, but you know he has a big following in the Latin community too. So they're trying to hit a demographic. They're trying to get something out of it. Should he be in there? Probably not, but could it benefit them? Yeah, maybe a little bit. I think they could get some rub out of this a little bit, but $500,000 is nothing to sneeze at. So whether I like it or not of him being in there, he made him $500,000 in one day.
I'll tell you what, that's a lot better look than AEW and Shaq.
Yeah,
Shaq's
at least this guy's
right.
relevant to this day, right. You know, in his genre. So he's very relevant, obviously. 8.7 billion streams on Spotify is nothing to sneeze at, right?
Derek Jones, one of the former castmates here on the Royal Ramble, says that doesn't give him the right to step into a ring. That's $500,000, bro. If he's making that kind of money for me, and if he's going to train up halfway decent and do it right, I'm okay with that. If he's just going to come in and do a dumbass dive like Snoop Dogg did with no training at all, man, I'm going to have to get me a cigarette. I'm dying here, guys. Is that how it works?
Yeah, you want to smoke on here?
I'm not excited about Bad Bunny in the ring, just to touch on this myself. Mm-hmm. But like I said last week, Bad Bunny's not for us, guys. And we get that. You know, that's for the Latinos out there. And, I mean, $500,000 and a couple shirts. I mean, that's crazy.
You want to get me excited? Get Big and Rich against Miz and Morrison. There you go.
Big and Rich. Calm down there, hillbilly. Derek Jones. Derek says, but they won't do it right. They won't train him. He's the flavor of the week.
Yeah.
And they will rush it. Yeah, probably, because that's what they do. Jonathan Lusk, that's a new name I don't remember seeing. What's up, buddy? He says WWE sucked for years. AEW is getting worse. TNA has who? And Ring of Honor and NWA better show, but need stars. New Japan is killing it.
Joshua Lusk. You said Jonathan.
That's what I said, Tommy.
Oh, I thought you said Jonathan. So
I may have. I don't know. Let's keep it moving, guys. Number 2 this week on the Weekly 3. Booker T claims that a Call of Duty 4 character looked a lot like him. The character looked like his G.I. Bro character, and now he's going to let the court decide the matters. Jury selection will start on April 19th. The lawsuit is over a character named David Prophet Wilkes, who looked a lot like G.I. Bro. In the 9-page filing, Booker T made it very clear that G.I. Bro is his property, and he alleges that Activision ripped him off. Sonny, is Booker T being a bitch about this, or do you think he's got a valid argument?
I think he's being a bitch. If I'm looking at these two pictures, I don't see it.
You don't see Booker T on the left
Not-
there?
No.
Oh, hell no.
No.
No. There's no.
No.
That's a reach and a half.
There's Cardi B right there below him. See her? No, that Cardi B. That's that Rihanna lady.
Oh my gosh.
No, there's no similarities. Dreads?
Dreads.
Yeah, that's about it.
I mean,
the nose, maybe, I guess, but honestly, even the complexion of the skin tone, based upon the G.I. Bro character in that one, it's way off.
you know how many times I could have raised hell on stuff or people's made stuff of me without asking, and I just loved it though.
Well, they say
sure.
that imitation is the biggest form of flattery, but I always go back. To me personally, I go back to Lars Ulrich and Napster. Do you guys remember that whole debate when that first came out?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, me as the consumer, the fan or whatever, it's not going to be any kind of way either way for me. And, just like Sonny said, she feels like Booker's being a bitch here. I felt like Lars was being a bitch until I got a little older and I thought about it and I was like, you know what? He's kind of got a little point there. It's a little different scenario, of course, obviously. I'm not saying it's the same thing. But I'm anxious to see where this goes, to see if a jury actually says that the character, the drawing on the left is from the game. I'm assuming, right?
I guess I don't play video games, but I guess it would be, yeah.
Well, I could hear an argument as to why that looks like Booker T. Got the do-rag on, got the dreads there and muscles. But the guy on the right, if that's the same character, looks nothing like Booker T.
Nothing.
No.
He's got like a flap jacket and some kind of, I don't know if you call that like a bandana or something. I don't know. He's got a gun.
That's one of them seeing things like old reading Rainbow War on Star Trek.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Anyway, let's go ahead and move on to the number one story this week, ladies and gentlemen. Number one story this week is Alexa Bliss has a big problem with one person who continues sending her troubling messages on social media. She called out this fan in the past because he made serious threats toward her fiancé, Ryan Cabrera. This obsessed fan is back with a new account. This is just a few of the tweets he's sent out here in the last week or two. Do you mean me? Because everything I said is true. Alexa Bliss is my wife. That the Ryan Cabrera guy is a bad man who is in my way of getting her back home. I must let him sleep a long sleep. So right there, he's threatening to kill the guy. Or tell him he's wishing he's dead, whatever. And here's another one he sent out. Hey, Alexa Bliss, I'm going to stay up all night waiting for your Instagram pictures. But in the meantime, I would love to fill up your body again. Ryan Cabrera, stop touching my wife, you rapist. And then one more that I have. There's been a lot more than this. Hello, everyone who thinks I'm a troll. I'm not. I'm dead serious about getting rid of that piece of shit, Ryan Cabrera. So stop calling me a fucking troll. I'm not a stalker. I'm a lover of Alexa Bliss. I will be at her house in Orlando, Florida, and pay her a little visit. Hashtag let me in. Tommy, does this surprise you that this guy has not been deactivated on Twitter yet?
Yeah, I mean, people make up new emails and get right back on it as soon as they get deleted. But people's got serious problems because we had this happen. Sonya Deville not too long ago, right?
Yeah, dude actually come up into her house, man.
So I mean, it's sad that people. I guess you call it like a mental disability that would think something like that, like that's his wife. It's ridiculous.
That can't be his wife, Tommy, because that's my wife.
Yeah. No, I know your wife.
Yeah, my wife's pretty cool.
Yeah, I like your wife.
Yeah, I like her too. I like her a lot. I don't know why she puts up with my dumb ass, but I appreciate it. Sonny, John, you guys have anything to touch on this matter? I'm with Tommy. I think it's pretty wild myself.
I'll start on it. I actually looked at this guy's account on Twitter just to see some of the stuff he was writing, and there's so much more disturbing stuff than even just that. This guy is a sick freak. He's a creep, and it's terrible that people think that that's acceptable to do. And how he's not shut down on Twitter just shows how shitty they are at times, and just their policies and procedures. Because that's a whole other story. Just this guy's sick. I hope they find him and put him in jail. I mean, the FBI was being tagged in all of these things on Twitter. People were doing it. I hope they did something. But he started back up again a little while ago, from what I heard. So crazy.
It really is.
It seems like they're not taking it seriously. Like, Twitter should be doing something. I don't know if WWE is providing her with extra security. I don't know. But that person is definitely out of touch with reality. And that's creepy.
And like I said, you're going to end up with another Sonya Deville, but it's going to end up worse if somebody don't crack down.
Absolutely.